Yo, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, you guys. This is Jackson with Loveless Vintage, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything that's been selling well for me on Depop so far in the year 2025. If you guys like thrift, vintage, and Depop content, I do a lot of Depop tip videos, thrift hauls, and stuff like that, so make sure to drop a like on this video if it helps you, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. And let's just get into it. So I'm going to be showing you guys some things that either surprised me or some things that have been selling well for me or often for me, like the types of styles. I'm going to be showing you guys what they sold for. I'm going to be trying to tell you guys what I sourced them for, so kind of like what I'm taking home in profit. And yeah, there's some surprising sales in here, some stuff that has been selling well for me that used to either sit or things that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't normally be picking up. And the first sale that we have, I sold this new age Billabong t-shirt. Billabong is a brand that like when I was a kid, I used to wear it. It was like kind of a mall brand, and it's kind of picking back up in style. This is kind of like a half all over print, you could say. There's no print on the back, but this one did sell for $12, and then I had $5 shipping on it. I did have $5 shipping on all my items for years, and I did just bump it up to $6. So a little bit of a shipping increase, but shipping prices keep going up. So this one I think I got out of a mystery thrift bag, and the mystery thrift bags I normally spend around $6-7 on, and there's like 30 shirts. So I paid like 20 cents for this shirt, 20-30 cents, you know, less than bins pricing, less than Goodwill outlet pricing. And for selling it for 17 shipped, you know, pretty decent profit, not a crazy profit. A lot of these sales actually are like smaller profits, but I've been selling like lower priced items more often recently. Like me personally, since I list 10 items a day, I've been listing a lot of cheaper items, and the cheaper items have been getting a lot of attention and have been selling, as we can see here. So this one did sell for $12 and $5 on top. This next sale that we have is a Metal Militia tee. This one sold for the full price, $25 and $5 shipping, so 30 shipped. This one had a decent amount of likes, as we see here too, 21 likes, and had over 10k views. And then here's how I'm listing my items, you guys. This one I was still using hashtags. This was 3 months ago. I don't use hashtags anymore at all. No more hashtags, and I've shortened my item description a lot. I always use a description of the item, the size, and the condition. This one sold for 30 shipped, and yeah, Metal Militia stuff, Y2K stuff is still selling. I feel like the Y2K style has maybe been declining a little bit. I'm not sure what the next style is going to be that people are going to jump on. I think we're kind of like in a middle ground right now. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree with that, or if you guys have seen that, if you guys sell on Depop, or just are buyers, you know, what you guys have seen the fashion trend be like lately. But I don't think that Y2K is going to have a strong dominance or presence like overall on the vintage scene right now. The Y2K vintage stuff like this is like super popular, or has been super popular this past year. I don't think that's gonna be the case for much longer. We do have a NASCAR AOP, which a lot of people are saying like NASCAR shirts are dead, and I did get this at a Buffalo Exchange. I want to say I paid like $20 for it, and I sold it for $54 plus $5 shipping, so right under $60 total. So a good little flip for me there. This one had a lot of views too, decent amount of likes. NASCAR stuff, especially like all over print NASCAR stuff, still does sell. It's just not selling like as crazy as it used to, but I would still be picking up stuff like this. 2000s or 90s, 80s NASCAR stuff definitely does still sell. There's definitely still a marketplace for it. I've been seeing a lot of people say that NASCAR's dead. It's just slower seller. It's like Harley. There's just a lot of it, so it's a slower seller now. Speaking of NASCAR, we do have this Jeff Hamilton jacket. This was a good sale. I got this from wholesale, and I think I took an offer. It was a little bit lower. I think it was $170. I think I have $10 shipping on like larger items, so I got around like $180 for this jacket. It's an Oreo one, fully embroidered patches. Look out for these Jeff Hamilton jackets, these NASCAR jackets. They do sell. Speaking of Harley, we do have a Harley sale right here. They are a little bit slower sellers unless you do price them pretty competitively. Anything Harley with the sleeve print or like zip up Harley jackets, I've noticed, or like Harley hoodies have been selling better than just a plain Harley t-shirt, like a normal Harley t-shirt. So a lot of my long sleeves have been selling. I actually just sold a long sleeve last night. This one I got $35 ship for. It is a pretty cool graphic. It's not even vintage though, 2014. Just has the kind of like flame prints on the sleeves. So yeah, Harley stuff is still selling here or there. I think I have a couple more Harley things. Yeah, we do have this Harley hoodie. I just mentioned this zip up. Had a lot of likes too. Look at over 11,000 views. I do boost all my items still. This says boosted, as you guys can see. So I'm still boosting all my items. I do get a lot of questions. Are you still boosting all your items? Yes, I am still boosting all my items. This one was boosted. It was a zip up. I sold it for $35 plus the $10 shipping. The Loveless style grandma sweaters still selling, you guys. They do sell for a little bit less than I used to post them for, but it even had some marks on it. It's a vintage 90s one. These like grandma cottagecore style sweatshirts or even shirts are still selling, so I want to show you guys that. And then here is a shirt version of kind of like the same style with the collar and everything. Morning Sun, you know, Morning Sun is a good brand to pick up. I still pick up like almost any Morning Sun shirt that I see. It's very grandma, it's very cottagecore. This one sold for $15 plus the $5 shipping right there. 15 likes, you know, not that bad. I feel like not a lot of people are going to know this one, but 303 was a big MySpace core band. I found this shirt at the bins actually, and I was shocked. Like there's not much 303 merch up, and even like the newer 303 merch was posted for like around $50-$60. I threw this one up for $100. It did sit for, I want to say like a month or so, and I did take an offer for it. It did end up selling for $80, 85 shipped, but that's just a mention of like this MySpace era like music stuff. If you guys like find a shirt like this at bins or at the thrift and you have no idea what it is, just Google it. I feel like because I'm older and I grew up in the MySpace era, like I know what this is, but I feel like younger kids or some of you guys might not know what this is. It's always just worth like Google lensing or looking something up if you're in the bins, if you're getting something cheap enough, like why not look it up? Next we have the StarCraft tee. This is a example of a newer age tee, like a more of a reprint that still sold for 25 bucks, had a decent amount of engagement, 23 likes as you guys see, and this is screen printed tag. There are versions of this tee with the Jinx tag that are older that would sell for a little bit more, but I was so surprised to even get 25 bucks for this. You know, StarCraft is a pretty beloved game. It's within the Blizzard universe, so a lot of Blizzard games. They still have a fan base like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. The shirts don't sell for like a ton, but there's a fan base for it, and even though it's a new age like reprint, I still got 25 bucks for it. And look at here, I have no hashtags. This is when I started switching up my listings. No hashtags. I'm always making sure to fill out all these categories that Depop gives you though, and we sold the StarCraft 2 shirt for 25 bucks. We got a My Chem shirt, My Chemical Romance. Even though this is a newer age tee, as you guys can see, we got the screen printed tag right here. 25 bucks, had a lot of engagement as well. Any of those like emo, nostalgic bands, be picking them up. I guarantee that if you price them correctly, you price them competitively, they're always gonna sell. Another long sleeve Harley Davidson, look at this one, 36 likes. This is a newer age one. I think it's a 2000s one, maybe like mid 2000s, but pretty plain, you know, just the pocket tee logo, the flames and everything, and still sold for $35 ship. Got a lot of engagement, so Harley's still selling. We did sell some Echo jeans. These are actually like the first style of these jeans that I picked up and sold. I think after shipping it was like $40 for these, decent amount of engagement. I'm just like flat laying my jeans like this now. Different backgrounds. I've been using Depop's removal like background tool. It's been working pretty well, but here are these Echo jeans. I've been pricing most of my stuff and like in general, pretty competitive. I feel like the market in general is pretty down. My Depop sales lately have actually been pretty slow. So if you guys are experiencing slow sales, just price competitively. I used to price like exactly on eBay solds and just like wait out. Guys, price competitively, put discounts on your items, be willing to accept offers, you'll get some more sales. These Hard Rock tees, I used to list these for like 20, 25 bucks. I've just been listing them for like 15 plus the $5 shipping, so around 20 bucks shipped. They've been selling like crazy. I've been having people buy like all my Hard Rock shirts like these. The plain like classic logo ones don't like sell as well, but these like more Y2K style ones, they sell like super fast. So this one sold like within a few days of it being posted. We have another pair of pants. We have these South Poles. Just wanted to highlight that these like Y2K denim jeans are selling super well. The baggier, the better. I haven't had a lot of them, haven't sourced a lot of them, but the pairs that I have had, I've sold most of them. These ones sold for around that $70 mark, so pretty good. We have a pair of camo Wranglers. Anything camo as well has been selling really well. Camo bottoms have been selling well. Camo like pocket tees, all been selling super well, so pick up your camo stuff. These ones sold for around $40 with the shipping, and these are like a double knee style. It's kind of hard to tell. And I did sell my first pair of Jinkos. I think I took an offer for 90 on these, but Jinko shorts, Jinko still going strong. This is the only Jinko like bottom I've ever had. I've sold like a Jinko tee or two before, but these were shorts. They actually had like a rip in them and stuff too. Sold them for 90 bucks. There was shipping on top, so sold them for around $100. They weren't listed that long either. Sold pretty quick, had a decent amount of engagement. So obviously I feel like I don't even need to say this, but Jinko stuff, you see it, pick it up. And then I picked this up in a recent YouTube video. We have this thrashed Metallica tee, and I don't know if there's a tag. Yeah, there's no tag. I don't think it's screen printed, but 2012. This is from 2012. Look how thrashed it is. It's still sold just because people like this worn in look. You know, they like the distressing, the wear, the fade on this shirt. It's something you can't really replicate like to this degree. So we did sell this one. I think it sold either right on price or maybe I took $5 off, but around that like 25 shipped dollar mark it did sell for. So yeah, be picking up band tees even if they're newer. Just pick up band tees if you can get them at the bins. I'm saying if you guys can get these things like for a couple dollars, be picking up. I'm not saying if you see this in the thrift store, go spend like $10 on it, but if you guys are sourcing effectively to where you are going to the Goodwill outlets or you have cheaper thrift stores, my thrift stores here in Washington, the retail stores are not that cheap. So something like this, if I saw it on like the racks for like $7, $8, I wouldn't pick it up, but at bins or wholesale, if you're getting it for like under, you know, $5, I'd be picking stuff up like this. Before I get into the rest of the items, I just wanted to remind you guys to drop a like on this video if it has helped you at all. And if you guys do want some extra help with your Depop shop, I am offering Depop shop Depop lookovers for a paid fee. I've done a handful of these, and all the people that have gotten them has said they've helped tremendously with their store. So if that's something you're interested in, you can either shoot me a message on Instagram or join my Discord and send me a message over on Discord. I'll have my Discord link down below. We do have a free Discord server for reseller help and stuff like that. No buying or selling or trading in there, but if you guys want help with your Depop shop, you want to share your thrift finds, stuff like that, you can always join my Discord. And yeah, if you guys are interested in some extra help with your Depop shop, I do offer these Depop shop lookovers. So if you guys are interested in that, you can hit me up. We're gonna move on to the mountain fairy shirt. So any of these, like the mountain shirts, they normally have like animals and stuff like that. They do sell pretty well, even the screen printed tag ones, if you price them, you know, competitively enough. But these ones in particular with like the fairies always do super well. So if you guys see these fairy mountain tees for cheap enough, I pick them up. I sold this one with a 10% discount, 18 bucks plus the $5 shipping. So sold for $23 shipped on this one. And yeah, had a decent amount of likes too. Yeah, 26 likes. Another pair of South Poles, just to show you guys that these South Poles are selling. These style of jeans are selling, you know, sold for almost $80 shipped after my shipping fees. And then something like this as well. This is something that like I would have got it like JCPenney when I was like, I don't know, like 9 years old, 8 years old, like in elementary school, I would have worn something like this. And I got this at the bins, and I think it even had like a hole in it. Yeah, I had a hole in it. Got this at the bins. I even asked my group chat, I was like, chat, should I pick this up? Like, will this sell on Depop? And my homies were like, yeah, you should get it. And it sold for 20 bucks shipped. So just the random guitar graphic with like, you know, the undersleeves stitched in, just this style it's selling for now. So pick it up for cheap enough if you guys can get it. Here's an example. Look at almost 50 likes. This is a new age tee. It looks old because the fade and everything on it, but I think it was dated like 2018 or something, or 15. I think it had a date right down here. And it's just like a planetary solar system shirt. The fade on it, the colors and everything, people just like these style of shirts, anything colorful with a nice fade and some wear. Yeah, it sold for 25 bucks with a lot of engagement on it. Dude, this shirt, I had so many people like trying to clown me when I like made a reel of me finding these shirts. I found 2 of these Princess Diana shirts. I've actually found 3 of these in total. And this is a new age boot. This is like a new age kind of reimagining of a wrap tee of Princess Diana. And people were like telling me like I was crazy for pricing it at what it was priced for. And it sold for $90 shipped. These were like a pretty small run, and it was really modern. And yeah, I sold both of them for around $90 shipped. So if you guys see something like this, you know, at the thrift, and even if it's like new age and stuff like that, there's still a market for stuff like this in most cases. Shirts like these meme shirts are still selling pretty well for me. This only had 1 like. I think it actually sold really fast after I posted it. These like Spencer shirts, like I think this is a Spencer's brand shirt. Just these meme shirts, they're selling pretty well. Like the textile tees aren't selling like as well as I feel like they used to be, but these style shirts, meme shirts, they're selling really well. I have an example of a meme shirt at the end of the video that I cannot believe a shirt like that sold. So here's another one, you know, zombies were people too. This is kind of like this reminds me of like MySpace Core, or like even like a Flash animation or Flash game site, like 2000s kind of vibes. And something like this, you know, it sold for around 18 shipped. So I'll take that. Incubus, we have a 2001 Incubus band tee. So band tees still selling. I priced this pretty competitively. I think there was like a similar one listed for like $100. Priced it at 85, and then I ended up putting it on discount and sold it. I almost had 70 likes, 69 likes. Nice. Superman Y2K tee, you know, sold for around 18 bucks shipped. So if you can get it cheap enough, this style is definitely selling. I probably could have got more for this, honestly. And then here are 2 kite tees. I bought these both from a homie, and I priced them not even that competitively. They didn't even get a chance to get a like. Actually, someone bought these right away as soon as I posted them. So I was like, oh God, I undersold them, but I actually didn't. This is maybe at max like a $200 tee. I think 150 is right around market value. I actually sat on one of these for a long time, and I think the last time I sold one, I sold it for around like 110, 120. So I priced mine at 150, and then this one someone bleach dyed it. So I priced it at 135. They both sold to the same buyer immediately. It was an international buyer. So people always ask me if I'm buying anime tees, or they send me anime tees via like Instagram, see if I'm interested. I'm only interested in like specific ones for my collection, but if you guys ever want to get rid of anime tees like this faster, I can make you guys offers. But this is something that I know more about, obviously being like a longtime anime fan, and these sold really quick for me. This was like a $300 sale, so I was really stoked on that. And then again, we have a Ninja Scroll tee. This is not vintage at all. I got this in a big buyout from my friend. I bought a lot of his anime tees, and he had a lot of like new age boots. This is like a brand new Gildan tag, not a vintage tag at all, like a reprint. And you know, almost 20 likes, sold for $35 shipped. So if you guys find shirts like this in the thrift store, definitely worth picking up shirts like that. And then again, I got this out of a mystery thrift bag. I probably paid less than 50 cents for it. Modern Spirited Away shirt, sold for 15 shipped, and it sold like right away as well. So anything popular anime, you know, if you price it cheap enough, price it competitively enough, stuff like this has been moving for me over just like the bread and butter vintage stuff like nature tea. Stuff like that does not sell for me anymore. It sits. So I've just been pricing stuff like this really cheap and putting it on Depop, and it's been selling. You know, if you can get it cheap enough, price it cheap. And something like this, also Broken Promises, this is like a newer age streetwear kind of like mall brand. I feel like this is like a brand they'd sell in Zoomies. I got this out of a mystery thrift bag, had a decent amount of likes, almost 60 likes, and it sold for over 20 bucks. So, you know, people are still into the big colorful prints, the big graphics. And then here is an example of something that's like, a lot of people probably wouldn't even pick this up, right? Like, I love my grandma Barb with a picture of a random baby. This is a 90s single stitch shirt. I got this out of a mystery thrift bag. Instead of donating it, I was like, why not throw it up for 15 shipped and see? And this shirt sold within like 2 days. It's just like funny, I guess, or maybe someone bought it as a meme. I have no idea, but you know, shirts like this, if you get them cheap enough, if you get them at the bins, I'm not advocating that you pick up every shirt like this, but I'm just showing this, you know, this is something that sold for me. We got a couple more sales, you guys, almost 100 likes on this yet again, the Mountain Fairy Tee. So just showing you guys that these shirts sell really well. I did take an offer on this one. I think I took a $30 offer because it was sitting for a while. Sold it for around 35 shipped. And then another example, almost 25 likes of a new age Dragon Ball tee, sold for 15 shipped. Since there's no seller fees on Depop anymore, and if I'm not getting a boosted fee from this, like I'm coming out with just around that like $14, you know, shipping's like $5. So if you're spending like less than $1, you're getting this stuff at bins, you know, you're making around like an $8 profit. I'm not saying that's like a crazy profit, but just to keep your sales going, to keep engagement up, to be able to list items all the time on Depop, that's just what I do. I list 10 items a day. I don't mind throwing in these cheap tees like here and there just to kind of keep my engagement going. I think the more that you're selling on Depop, the more Depop is kind of like pushing your profile because you're making the money in fees. So I've been selling stuff like this. It's been working for me. This is the meme shirt I was talking about earlier. 13 likes, walking HR violation, just completely new age tee. Here's this Gildan tag again. I got this out of a mystery thrift bag, so I had like 50 cents or less into it. I thought, why not just throw it up? You know, this is the cheapest that I'd probably post a shirt for. I think I do have a couple shirts up for like $6-7 plus like the shipping fee. Those are very specific situations. Those are shirts that I just got out of these like mystery thrift bags that I'm just trying to get rid of. I probably wouldn't pick something up like this at the bins, but I'm just showing you that you could pick it up at the bins. It would maybe sell for like 15 bucks shipped. So if that's a profit you're okay with, this is something that sold like really fast for me, sold within a few days, which is pretty crazy. And then the last shirt, almost 50 likes on this new age reprint, the Smashing Pumpkin shirt. I got this from a retail thrift store actually, but I only spent $2 on it, and I was even contemplating buying it. I was like, do I get this? Yeah, I had so many offers on it. So many offers were sent on this. Look at the item description, no hashtags. I literally say black new age reprint, the Smashing Pumpkins Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness band t-shirt. That's my listing. Almost 50 likes. Sold for $20 shipped. So those are just some key sales. That's what's selling for me on Depop right now. I wanted to share with you guys. I know a lot of you guys like these Depop What's Sold videos. If you want me to keep doing these Depop sold videos, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if this video helped you. If you guys are new to the channel, I would really appreciate that subscription. I post Depop thrift and vintage content twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. I've been uploading videos. Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys want a Depop shop lookover personalized for you, you can hit me up. You can DM me on Instagram or on Discord would be the best way to get in contact with me. And I appreciate you guys watching. This was Jackson with Loveless Vintage. Peace out, you guys.